You're ready. Here comes Bring Back My Bar. All right, guys, it is another amazing round of Bring Back My Bar. Join me while I make samples today. All right, so these are some nail wipes. They're just felt 2x2 squares. I'm cutting them in half, and what I'm doing is I'm actually putting one in each of these little cups. Now, these cups are just 2-ounce little plastic cups with lids. If you're familiar with, and I know this sounds funny, but if you're familiar with Jello shots or maybe takeout from your favorite local restaurant for dressings, things like that, those are these containers. Now, I just grabbed mine off of Amazon, but you can honestly grab them pretty much anywhere. So what I'm doing is I am taking 1/2 of each of those felt 2x2 squares that I cut, and I'm just putting them inside each one of the cups. That's because I'm going to be putting 1 cube of wax into each of these cups. So I've got 4 rows here that you can see of 20 cups. There are 20 Bring Back My Bars, and I am making 4 samples altogether. You're going to see how quick this goes. Now, the reason that I'm putting the felt in there is honestly because if these melt or if they start to get a little oily or anything like that, any of that residue is just going to soak right into the felt, into the plastic cup. So that's all, or the only reason that that's actually in there. So now what I'm doing is I'm just taking 1 cube of each of the 20 bars, and I'm putting 1 cube, 4 cubes of each one in each line of samples. So what I've done is I've just put these guys in alphabetical order so that way I can keep track of them as I'm putting them in. So I'm just going to continue putting these in all the way down the line. What I've also done behind the scenes is I've gone ahead and I have made labels for each of these. So what I personally use is I just create a quick text graphic label. I do it in my favorite program. You can do this on Canva. You can honestly do this just on Avery.com. But I will tell you that Avery.com, that is probably your easiest and best bet when it comes to making labels for samples like these, or really for honestly for anything. So what I've done behind the scenes before I started this is I just simply put my text of each name of each one of the Bring Back My Bar scents. I used round Avery labels. I used the template 8293. That's the really great thing about Avery is once you have the template number, all you have to do is just put your graphic or your image on it, and it will automatically size and print out on those labels. So using the template 8293, those are round 1.5 inch diameter labels. And so these are 2-ounce cups. They're about 2 inches around. And so these are just going to fit right on top, and you're going to see how that looks in just a minute. So that's already been done behind the scenes. Each label sheet prints 20 labels. And so I did 4 sets. Here they all are, all lined up. Everybody's in their own little cup, all right? So now is the final step in making these samples. These cups come with lids. So I just am simply popping on the lids all the way down the line. Now, this might look like it's a little time consuming, but honestly, this entire process from me making the labels, printing them out, putting the cups down, and then taking 1 cube of wax, this whole process took me, I want to say under 30 minutes. I want to say around 20-25 minutes altogether. That's how long it took me to make 4 full, complete samples of Bring Back My Bar tester sets. Now, what I like to do for my hosts that get these and are using these to do a party with is I like to give these to them as a gift. So not only are they getting a sample of each one of the scents from Bring Back My Bar this season, but they get to keep all of these cubes. So that's a really fun thing for me to do with my customers. They absolutely love it. They look forward to it every single Bring Back My Bar season. And honestly, I love doing it for them. It's really fun. And I get to smell all the scents as I'm doing it. So that's even better, right? All right, so I'm just finishing putting the lids on all of these. See, it's pretty easy. You know, once you kind of have everything laid out, you can do it in this, you know, like lineup type of a way. And it really just makes the process go a lot quicker. So now that I've got all those, here they are, all beautiful. I just did this here on the dining room table in the dining room, and yeah, there they are. It's just so pretty. All right, so once I had all of them with the lids on and everything, you'll see what I'm doing is I'm just going down the line and I'm putting a label on the top of each one. Remember how I said that I printed these off before I started this, right? So those are the sheets that you see there. And I just printed them in alphabetical order. So as I've lined them up, so I don't have to guess or try and remember which scent this was, because let me not lie here. A lot of these scents kind of look the same, right? Until you smell them. So by just keeping them in alphabetical order, it was really easy for me to just, again, go right down the line and just stick a label on top of each one. So again, that kind of kept my assembly line process going and running very smoothly. That's why it only took me less than 30 minutes, guys. This is really fun and easy to do. So here they are all after they've been labeled. I'm just labeling the very last set. Now, one of the tips that I always like to say is before I used to like make a bunch of tester sets, and then I found I wasn't using them all. So what I'm doing is I make up these sets as I'm going to use them. So I currently have 3 hosts. So 3 of these are going out to hosts, and one of them is set for me to keep to carry with me to do a party on the go. So I can take that wherever I'm going. And here they are as they're all done. Don't they look great? I love this. So each one just has a cube. Again, it's got that little piece of felt in there in case it does any melting on the way. And now I've got a full sample set of testers. Enjoy Bring Back My Bar, guys. Have fun.